Yep. Why is this funny? I'll tell you why it's funny. If you haven't seen this picture before, it's because you're not on TikTok. And quite frankly, I don't know why you're not on TikTok, because it's the only thing keeping the world going round. This picture came as a result of the... Come on. Come on. If you're gonna be here, be here. Come on. Get up here. This was a result of the OK Boomer slur. Not a slur. Honestly, okay, if you think OK Boomer is a slur, then obviously you're getting offended by it. And it's not a slur, it's just a mindset, and it's just, you guys make fun of us all the time. We can say OK Boomer once, okay? Let's talk about Gen Z humor. So this came a result after somebody posted a TikTok, and then somebody commented under it something along the lines of Gen Z humor is so bad somebody could take a poorly edited picture of a frog and put arson under it and people would think it's funny. And it is. Like comedy genius, right? I printed out this picture so everybody could see it on this video, but more importantly, I'm probably gonna hang it in my room after. Now, this is a lot of ink to print this out, so please watch the ads on this video so I can pay my parents back for the ink. Anyways, so a lot of people are confused as to why this is funny. I'm gonna explain to you why I personally think it's funny. If it's a bad sense of humor, I understand, but it's also like pretty funny. It just doesn't make any sense, I guess, is why it's funny. Like, look at this man. Oh my god. If you've been following Arson Frog for its short time on the internet so far, it's still funnier than the other sign that was in the TikTok before. Thank goodness I don't have to hunt for my own food. I don't even know where tacos live. That's not funny. This is way better. You can take your vote down in the comments and we can split it up by generation, because this is gonna be funnier than whatever you guys are putting out signs on TJ Maxx. We can't have anything good. All of the signs have to say something weird, and that's why I have a letterboard, so I can put whatever I want on my letterboard and I don't have to buy weird signs that say beach or something about tacos. It just doesn't make any sense. And while we're here, let's talk about some other things the internet has provided us with. You believe in stars? Fool. Those are just holes they poked in the container so we can breathe. Like, doesn't that just make you want to like put less effort into everything? Because doesn't it just make you feel like a science experiment? Oh my gosh, we're all just trying to have fulfilling lives, and this is why all of us like can't handle ourselves. There's stuff like this to wonder about. Like, what if somebody is watching us? It's all just a big experiment. Then what's the point? Like, this is another one of my favorite tweets. Edward Cullen, please bite me. I am so bored. Edward Cullen has permission to bite me any day. Okay, I'm just putting that out there just for like the heck of it. If Edward Cullen is out there, you can bite me anytime, any day. I'm so down to become a vampire. A lot of TikTokers have been talking about how we don't see our phones in our dreams. That freaks me out. That makes me feel like I'm wasting a lot of time. Though TikTok brings me great joy, I can't help but wonder if I'm also wasting my time. But we never get the answers we want in life because of just how stuff seems to work out and how we look for answers all the time, but barely do we ever get answers, am I right? So I was also listening to a podcast a couple weeks ago about conspiracies on how people built the pyramids and some other structures around the world that like needed more of an aerial view to figure out and would be like super difficult to figure out just by having people on the ground, and how fast civilization advanced from that, and like how long those things would have taken in that time, but they took faster. And so then it's like, did we have alien help building the pyramids? Maybe. Aliens could have come and helped set up our civilization for sure, and then they just left us alone. I mean, look at us now. We really are thriving, huh? It really got to me when we started seeing all these memes about, oh, if gravity was invented in 1687, people in 1686 were just like floating there, right? No. Stupid. Obviously, if gravity wasn't invented until 1687, that's how they built the pyramids. They weren't on the ground. They could just float. Like, it would have taken so much less time. People would only think this through, then we wouldn't have these big issues and big conspiracies. If you have good conspiracy theory podcasts, link them down below. Tell me. If you have good drug podcasts too, I'm also interested in that. Everybody say hi to Zia. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. But anyways, let's talk more about Gen Z. So this seems to be a hot topic right now, as we just keep like saying okay boomer to boomers, and then boomers are like getting really defensive about us standing up for ourselves a little bit and being a little bit passive aggressive. I'm all for a little bit passive aggressive though. We're about to go through some characteristics of Gen Z. This says that Gen Z is financially focused, which I think we definitely are more than millennials, because well, I don't think we really need to explain that one. We can just look at some of the millennials and then, hey, we might have a nicotine problem, but at least we are not worried about our diamond earring being in the bottom. Kim, there are people dying. It's because we don't have diamond earrings, because we're saving our money. This also says Gen Z is entrepreneurial, which you'll see when you ask a lot of kids what they want to be when they grow up, and they all say YouTubers. Entrepreneurs, because we all want to make our own money, because we're not thrilled, I guess, with the idea of working for somebody else. We also know how to work the internet, so making money is not super difficult as long as you're willing to do a little research. This also says Gen Z is all about technology, which is true. Gen Z enjoys other people. Very true. We all love social media and interacting with other people. It also says Gen Z is very competitive, which TikTok fame, big competition, am I right? This says change is welcomed by Gen Z. It explains that we can be very easily educated with the internet, and just knowing a lot of stuff about different topics is very us. So we often take time to consider before choosing a side, it says. I wouldn't say that's all of us, but okay. It also says diversity doesn't register with Gen Z. Like, the world that we grew up in was already so diverse. Your race or sexual orientation aren't really a huge deal. I mean, they're a big deal, but like, they're not what defines you. We're more likely to judge somebody for what they are rather than who they are, like their character rather than they look like. It says we're independent and we don't rely on other people for our success. I think besides a lot of people cheating off each other for homework, that's probably a okay assumption. Gen Z wants to be heard. That's probably at the roots of the okay boomer saying, because I think there's a general lack of feeling like we're being heard in Gen Z, and so then we make stuff up to catch attention. Sorry, I got distracted by TikTok in the office again. To wrap up my thoughts tonight, I just want to make a few things clear. Do I think this is funny? Absolutely. Do I appreciate the humor that comes with it? Yes. Do I like TikTok? Yes. Is it more funny because it confuses older generations? Absolutely. So that's it, I guess. Kind of ran this one dry. There's not much to say about this anyways, because there's not a lot of explaining to do with it, because it doesn't make a lot of sense, and the origin of it's pretty simple. A couple TikToks, duh. If you have questions about this, if you'd like me to review other memes, this one, it made me laugh out loud for the first maybe day or two. It's pretty good for internet speed, I guess. I would rate this meme every day an 8 out of 10, but some days it might be like a 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. If you liked this video, if you are still watching, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll maybe share some more of my thoughts in future videos. I have a lot of thoughts, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Holy Spirit.